Hi, everyone. Welcome to our market update. My name is Vinnie. This guy over here.
David Wright. I'm back from Michigan, where it makes me realize why we pay a lot of money to live here in San Diego for the weather, because holy mackerel, that is cold.
So we got the clicker going below. One thing I thought was interesting, we are seeing a little bit of an uptick. I think last time we did this last week, we were sitting at about, I want to say about 3,900. So we got a little bit of uptick to close to 42. But the interesting thing is the pending properties really didn't go up as much. But I'm gonna show you this my screen right here. Let me see if I can get this going. I'm gonna share my screen. And the funny thing is look what happened last month. So you're talking about basically the median home price went up, right, from January. Like if you've been watching us, we talked about that it was going to go up. Let's see, detached, median home price jumped up. Is getting back to where we were, right?
Wow, that's not good.
Right, we're getting back to where we were for the median D price. And then another thing that was kind of interesting right here is list to sold.
Yeah, so what's that switching on? We've been at a discount.
99.4 compared to 98.5. So we've gone up to 1% more, right? For the detached, let's see how that changes. With basically attached market, we're at 100% listed sold.
So that's different, Vinny, because if we go back a month ago, remember, we were at 97.
Yeah, no, it was 98.9 for the attached market, and we're at 100% for the attached market now. So we're seeing that uptick. We haven't seen the pendings jump up to the degree, but it's something just to kind of keep our eyes up. And then we're going to talk about interest rates, and I'll pull that screen up in a second. But talk to us while I'm pulling it up.
So the interesting part we've had, for those of you who are not really paying attention to a lot of stuff going on, which hopefully most of you are, we have a lot of stuff going on with tariffs. We have a lot of uncertainty with the tariffs. And the easiest way to put this is somebody always has to pay. And sometimes you're going to pay to play to get a better long-term result down the road. Long-term dessert, that's funny. Dessert, maybe a reward. Is in the meantime, I think we're going to go through some short-term pain because the Fed came out and talked about its beige book the other day. And basically it said it did not think the economy was overall that strong, which means they're probably going to keep rates maybe about where they are because you want the economy to get weaker and weaker for them to lower rates. And they're just saying, oh, we feel good about the economy. It's not that it's that strong, but it's not that weak. It's right in the middle.
Well, the Fed meets the 14th, right? So a week from now?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do anything. I think nothing's happening. And the other interesting, thing that came out over here, what is this? Jobless claims. For the first time, jobless claims are falling, which is good because for a long time, December, we had the highest level of them. Now they're getting lower and lower, which means more people are keeping their jobs. But the overall news is really the Fed saying how it feels about the economy. And it's not an overly strong economy is what they're saying, but it's not overly weak. So that means they stay in a neutral holding position. What's going to happen tomorrow, which is interesting, tomorrow is a big day for jobs report. So if the jobs report comes out really bad, that's not going to be good. It's going to be an interesting day. I actually locked people in today instead of floating. I thought it was kind of risky because if it goes wrong tomorrow and actually the jobs report, let's say the jobs report comes out tomorrow, super blockbuster and super awesome. Well, that means the Fed's not going to lower rates. So you really want that jobs report to come out crappy tomorrow and talk about everything's going to crap so that interest rates go down, because this whole thing ties back, Vinny, to talking about what you just said with lists of sold and homes that are selling now. We're back to 100% of the market on the single family residence. Is you need rates. If rates come down, home prices will go up.
Yeah.
If you're a buyer and you want a deal, you want rates to stay higher right now. You don't want them to come back down. You want it to stay higher. But at the same time, it's very painful, like car loans, credit cards, mortgages, all this stuff is high. And with this tariff war that's about to start, I think we're going to be in for some interesting times, especially if everybody decides to play chicken, which I think is what's going to happen. And I don't know if that's the game to play.
Yeah, I mean,
rates are down though overall. So I didn't say all the way, Vinny, but overall from the last time me and you spoke, rates were averaging at 7. Now they're averaging at like 6.79, but that's for all your retail lenders and banks, which are higher than everybody else. If you're talking to somebody out there that has access to better rates, you're going to shave probably 50 basis points off of that and get way better.
So if you look right here, right, you'll see that it's up about 7% or 0.07%, right, the day. So it's gone up a little bit, right, right here. But from a month ago, down, right, a month, even a year ago, it's basically down by a quarter of a point, close to a quarter.
This is skewed. If you scroll over to that low, that's when you had that refinance boom in August for like 2 weeks, and then it disappeared. So that's when rates because I refinanced a lot of people during that time down to 5.875 and 5.75, but it only lasted for 2 weeks and it was gone. So
and something to think about too right now, new construction. The thing is people are the unknown, right? The unknown of what's going to happen, right? So if you're looking for a townhome or a condo right now, you might want to look at new construction. It doesn't hurt.
I would agree.
Be paying a similar price to what you're paying when you add in all the upgrades and all that kind of stuff. But you're talking about a similar price for something that's brand new than, let's say, 20 years old, right? Or 15 years old or something like that. So new construction could be a good avenue, but just make sure you talk to your realtor before you go. It doesn't cost you anything. Have your realtor there. They can help you, give insight into the property, give you the extras of what's going on, help you out with the walkthrough. Small things like that can be beneficial for you.
I'm going to say, I think me and you talked about this, I think like 3-4 months ago. I still think some of the best deals on the market are your new builds, but do not go on that lot without your realtor. You better go on your lot with a realtor. You're in for not good experience, but some of the best deals are those new builds. And what no one's taken in consideration, if you start thinking about this in advance, all those builders already bought all their materials.
Yeah.
So you have a locked in price. If these tariffs go into effect, which I believe they will, and depending on who folds and who doesn't fold, that means that a lot of different costs could go up, which means your new constructions that are going to come onto the market like 6 to 8 to 9 to 10 months from now, they're going to be substantially higher, and they're not going to be able to give away those discounts because they had to pay way more for all their materials.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. So stuff to think about there. If you're looking to purchase, give myself or David a call. We can kind of walk you through kind of what's going on. The market's changing. What we're talking about right now in March is going to probably be different in June timeframe, right? Like David said, if rates go down, right, the values are just going to go up. We don't have that big of inventory. Yes, we're from.
What are we at right now? What's the total active?
For a little under 4,200.
So, for those of you out there, that's pretty gosh darn good for you as a buyer. Because if you think back to COVID, you had like 1,500 properties, 1,600 properties. And is there a way, Vinnie, you can pull up that and show the inventory, how it's consistently rising? Because that's actually helping every buyer out there give you more options. You want that active inventory to come up.
Yeah, here, this is going to be rolling.
And the more inventory there is, the more deals you can make with people, and the longer they sit on the market. I think I actually did an Instagram video about this. That was a blockbuster hit for my millions of fans.
Yeah. Let's see. 5 years. All right. So COVID right here. 6,000. I'll go back even farther. Let's see. Look at that. 2018, 1,300.
Look at that.
Properties.
During COVID, nothing.
And then COVID, we went up, we dropped, boom, went up a little bit. But look how much inventory we're at compared to 2019 and just dropped off. Interest rates most people have really low interest rates, so it's hard for them to sell. So once we actually see people that are on the fence right now of like, oh my gosh, I can sell my property and buy another one and get 5%. I'm losing the 3%, but I can get 5%.
That's going to be a whole different game.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's going to be a massively good game. If interest rates hit 5.5%, Vinnie, and you're a home buyer, first of all, you're going to be bummed at the prices you see. And second of all, you're going to be bummed that you don't get any seller credits or deals because everyone and their mother is going to be on the market.
See you guys. We try to keep it under 10 minutes. Give us a call if you have any questions. Bye, everyone.